You see flashing lights in your rearview mirror. Your heart rate rises. You pull over. And suddenly, one simple question matters more than anything else. What are my rights right now? Most Americans don't realize that a traffic stop is a legal event governed by the U.S. Constitution. What you say, what you do, and what you consent to can change the outcome completely. Before we begin, subscribe to this channel for clear, accurate explanations of U.S. law so you can protect your rights with confidence. Today, we'll break down what police are legally allowed to do, what you must do, what you do not have to do, and how to protect yourself without escalating the situation. Yes. Under U.S. law, a traffic stop is a temporary detention under the Fourth Amendment. The Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable searches, unreasonable seizures. A traffic stop counts as a seizure, even if it's brief. However, police must have a legal reason to stop you. What legally justifies a traffic stop? Police must have reasonable suspicion that a traffic law was violated or a crime may be occurring. Examples include speeding, running a red light, broken taillight, expired registration. Swerving between lanes. Police do not need probable cause to stop you, only reasonable suspicion. What you must do during a traffic stop under U.S. law. You are generally required to pull over safely, remain in the vehicle, unless instructed otherwise. Provide driver's license, vehicle registration, proof of insurance. Most states require this by law. Failing to provide identification can result in citation or arrest, depending on state law. What you do not have to do, this is where many Americans get confused. You do not have to answer investigative questions. Explain where you're going. Explain where you're coming from. Consent to a search. Admit guilt. You may legally say, I choose to remain silent. I do not consent to any searches. Silence is not an admission of guilt. Your right to remain silent. Your right to remain silent comes from the Fifth Amendment. You can invoke it politely and clearly. Example: Officer, I'm exercising my right to remain silent. Once invoked, police should stop questioning. You must still comply with lawful commands. Important: silence does not stop the officer from issuing a ticket. Police cannot search your car without your consent, a warrant, probable cause, a lawful arrest, limited search. Common probable cause examples: smell of drugs or alcohol, visible illegal items, admission of a crime. If asked, do you mind if I search your car? Legal response: I do not consent to any searches. Can police order you out of the vehicle? Yes. Under Pennsylvania v. Mims, 1977. Police may order drivers out of the car under Maryland v. Wilson, 1997. Police may order passengers out as well. This does not require suspicion of a crime. You must comply, but you still keep your rights. Can police search you? Pat down? Police may conduct a pat-down, frisk, only if they have reasonable suspicion you are armed and dangerous. This comes from Terry v. Ohio, 1968. A frisk is limited to checking for weapons, is not a full search. If it exceeds this, it may be unconstitutional. Traffic stops and duration. How long is too long? Police may only detain you as long as reasonably necessary to address the traffic violation, run license checks, issue a citation or warning. They cannot extend the stop to investigate unrelated crimes without new reasonable suspicion. This rule comes from Rodriguez v. United States, 2015. Field sobriety tests. Often voluntary refusal is usually legal. May be used against you in court. Breathalyzer tests. Varies by state. Many states have implied consent laws. Refusal may result in license suspension. Always know your state-specific law. Can you record the police? In most states, yes. Under the First Amendment, you generally have the right to record police in public. As long as you don't interfere, police cannot confiscate your phone or delete footage without a warrant. What if your rights are violated? If police violate your rights, do not resist. Do not argue, roadside document everything later. Possible legal remedies include suppression of evidence, case dismissal, civil rights lawsuit under 42 U.S.C. Paragraph 1983, common mistakes. People make talking too much. Consenting to searches. Arguing on the roadside, resisting commands. Believe in politeness equals waiver of rights. You can be polite and protected. Traffic stops don't have to become legal disasters. The Constitution is with you if you know how to use it. Like this video if it helped. Subscribe for more U.S. legal education. Share this with someone who drives. Knowledge is your strongest legal defense.